In this video, I'm going to show you how to get a view off of a second floor balcony that looks out for miles for under $1 million. Now, we are touring the Merrick plan with Drees Custom Homes. This home is over 3,700 square feet. It has 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, and it is for sale at $999,900. Now, throughout this video, we're going to cover a couple of things. The first is, I love how open concept this home is. You see that right when we walk in the front door, where we're open to the second story. We're also open to the second story in the living room, which we're going to walk right out to. And the second thing I want to really talk about throughout this video are the views in this community. So we'll talk a little bit more about this community later on in the video, but you'll also see the views that are possible in this community are right here in this home. You'll see it in the back patio. There's a study right to the right of this kitchen that has a view off the back, primary bedrooms in the back. But wait until we get upstairs where we have a game room, media room, and a second floor balcony that is incredible. So stick with me. There is a lot to see in this home that's for sale. And I'm going to start right here in the kitchen. What I love about the design they did here is we have two-tone cabinets, so that kitchen island really becomes the focal point with that darker color. You have upper cabinets going all the way up to the ceiling, and everything else is very light and bright. So you see that here with the 5-burner gas stovetop with this gray countertop, and then you have a light backsplash going up to this under cabinet vent hood. Now, I do like the upper cabinets. When you have this tall of ceilings, which I think the Merrick plan does really well here, I think it's great to have those upper cabinets fill in that kitchen. Obviously, there's personal preference, but I think for most buyers, it just makes that kitchen feel more complete. And I say all these things because you can buy this home that is for sale, but you can also build this plan from scratch with Drees Custom Homes in so many great communities. In other words, if you don't like what you're seeing here, you can pick your own design items at their design studio, but still fit it into this great floor plan. Speaking of that floor plan, we will get back out to this living room. I'm going to show you those tall ceilings and all the windows that are there. But I want to first show you this mudroom area and this utility room, and then we'll get back out to the main living area. While we head over to this area and actually show you the pantry first, I should introduce myself. So my name is Raj Sahu. I'm a realtor in the Austin metro area, and I've represented clients with 19 different builders. So I offer people an unbiased perspective on what I think builders are doing well. I also can tell you what I think builders are not doing well if you reach out to me. But first, let me just show you what I think Drees is doing really well. And that's with plans like this that I think are very marketable to so many buyers for so many reasons. First off, this is the mudroom. That is a door that leads to a 2-car garage. And then this would be the utility room that does have a sink and has an area for a washer and dryer. Now, there is a doorway there that goes to the primary closet. We will circle back around to that area through the primary bedroom and bathroom. But what I want to head to next is the room that I think Drees gets right in so many of their floor plans. And that's the main living area. So the living room, dining, and kitchen are all in one space. There are windows everywhere. There's so much natural light coming into this room. And I know there's no staging in here, so you can't see furniture, but if you can imagine a dining table on that side, couches here where you see those white boxes on the wall, that's where the TV would be. So in this living room, you have sliding glass doors on the left side. You have those beautiful transom windows. At the top left, you see that second floor balcony. And again, wait until you see that view when we get upstairs. But even just the view sitting here in the living room is incredible. Just because we are in a cul-de-sac, we have a little bit of space on the sides where there is a home off to the side, but you still get a view even just sitting there in the living room on the first floor. Now we're gonna get back to this area. So that's the dining room on the left side. It does have a butler's pantry, some cabinetry there. You're gonna see multiple times how open concept this home is. I do like how it is open up to the game room there. You actually see an opening for a media room, which we'll see later on in the video. But what I want to head to next is going to be the primary bedroom, and then the study, which is right here on the right side, and then the back patio, because this is the back of the home that looks out to the view. And this is what I think Drees does really well on great lots like this. So we talked about the living room being an area where a lot of buyers tell me that they spend a great deal of time. obviously people spend time here in the primary bedroom, and I love how they did cathedral style ceilings. They ran a beam across that ceiling, providing a little bit of a contrast also to match up with this dark flooring that they have. But the windows are incredible. I mean, I say this often. Imagine just kind of peeling back the curtains in this bedroom, and that is your view. And I'm just going to keep saying that every time we're walking through a home that's on a fantastic lot, because I don't think most people realize that this is possible in the Central Texas area. And I'm here to show you week in, week out that it is. There are beautiful homes that have amazing views. And if this brings you peace, if this is your way of decompressing, then I'm just gonna keep showing it, and I'm gonna show you that on the study, in the back patio, and that second floor balcony, because I think it's an incredible way to decompress, to relax, and just take in the nature that's here in Central Texas. Now we are in the primary bathroom, and I like how big that walk-in shower is that we're gonna circle around to. We do have a freestanding tub that's right next to it, and then we have a couple vanities on the right side opposite of this walk-in shower. From a design standpoint, I think Drees just picked some neutral colors here. You know, they ran this nice tile vertically all the way up to the ceiling, which I think is great. And I gotta tell you, if you've been to my channel before, you've seen a lot of model home tours that have so many colors, so much design. Keep in mind, a lot of that is the furniture. So I think sometimes when people see these types of homes and then they compare it to a model home, it's a tough comparison to make, because I've walked empty homes that have these neutral colors, and then I've seen homeowners move into them, and I've had lunch at their place, and the home looks completely different with furniture in it. So just keep that in mind. Sometimes having a blank canvas with neutral colors is much easier to work off of, because then you can have a lot of fun with designing this home, both bringing in furniture, artwork. I've even had people do fun accent walls that really bring out colors in these various rooms. There's just so many great things that you can do. Sometimes when those things are already done in your home and you don't like those different colors, it's nice to have the opposite, where those things aren't done. You have that blank canvas that you can work off of. Now on this side we have the commode, and then we do have a couple of closets that are in this bathroom area. And I like when builders just fit in windows wherever they can. I like that view right into greenery. We're going to talk about the community later on, but there is so much greenery in this area, so many great views. The community itself is just beautiful, and that's why I like touring homes like this that I think really capture the beauty that's here. But getting back into the plan, I like the utility that's here. I think having two closets, it's really nice. A lot of builders do this where they'll just do rods and shelves. Keep in mind, after you close on the home, you can remove these rods and shelves and have a third-party closet company come out and do built-ins here. I've had plenty of clients do that. So if you need a recommendation for a couple good companies, reach out to me. I can even send you some videos of what my clients did after they closed. And that way you can pick a lot of your options. You know, some people want specific drawers in a certain location, or they have some certain ideas of how they want their closet to feel. But here, yeah, we have two closets. I wouldn't say they're massive, but for this square footage to get two closets is great. And again, if you want to have more utility in this space, that's where having a third-party closet company coming in after closing is a great idea. Now, behind me in one of those closets, there was a doorway that did go to the utility room. We did see it previously, so that's there, so you don't have to take your laundry through the home. You can just walk through that door and drop off all your clothes in that laundry room. Now I want to head to one of my most favorite parts of this specific home, and that is the study. Now, this is simply amazing. I have so many buyers who reach out to me who work from home. They're either in tech or they're working for a company that allows them to work from wherever they want. And this is their dream study, to have a view off of their back windows, to have privacy within their home, and still be in a home that's so open concept. As soon as you walk out of this study, you're right in the main living area that has tall ceilings. Everything just opens up so well. And I think this is your dream study. I've actually walked through this home with a couple of buyers that traveled in from the West Coast, and one of them was telling me that their study in their current home in California is a closet underneath the stairwell. And we kind of laughed about walking through that study. They said, "Are you kidding me? Is this really a study?" And then we walked out to this back patio, and they just said, "Stop. We need to get out of here. Like, we're gonna buy something today if we keep seeing homes like this that open up so well, have views like this. It's just incredible. And they came into Austin thinking, is Austin just an area that people are hyping up? Like, it's been a very fast growing city. Is it just a lot of hype? And then when they tour homes like this, I think people start to really get why so many people are moving to this area. Now, we are in a community called The Hollows. The Hollows is in two different lake towns. One's called Jonestown, Texas. The other one's called Lago Vista, Texas. And both are suburbs outside of Austin, Texas. Now, I think for a lot of people years ago, they looked at these areas like it was so far out of the city. So if you lived here, you didn't aspire to go to downtown Austin. And that was really the only place you could go to kind of get some of the amenities that most people wanted to be around. Fast forward to 2023, 2024, well, now people come to this area knowing that they can piggyback off of the amenities that are in neighboring suburbs like Cedar Park and Leander, where there are massive developments coming to those areas. Also, in Lago Vista and Jonestown, Texas, you now have amenities that have come to this area to cater to all the new people that are moving here. For example, there's a new Brookshire Brothers grocery store that just opened up in May of 2023. It's about a 7-minute drive from this home, or less than 3 miles, and very large grocery store, pretty much catering to the growth that's happening in this area. So they have, a hot deli, they have a fresh meat market, they have a bakery, they have an in-store pharmacy. Very large. I think the article said it was 41,000 square foot store located in Lago Vista, Texas. So it's great to see just certain amenities that I think it's important to be around, but a lot of the growth is happening just east of here, about 20 to 30 minutes away in Leander, Texas and Cedar Park, Texas. And I'll talk more about that later on in the video. Getting back into the home, I want to give you a closer look at the cabinetry that was here. So this is right off of the dining room. So to my left would be a dining table. That's why they have a light fixture there. And then on this side, we have a powder bathroom. And then we're going to get to a second bedroom downstairs that has an in-suite full bathroom. And there is still a lot to see here. So once we cover both of these areas, we'll head upstairs, and I cannot wait for you to see the views from the second floor. But talking about rooms, we have a powder bath here, which is perfect. I think it's right off of that main living area. And then we have a second bedroom downstairs with an in-suite full bathroom, which is so important to have at this price point. I think so many buyers reach out to me, and when they say they want their forever home compared to a starter home that they'll only be in temporarily, maybe for 3 to 5 years, forever home maybe a little bit longer, for it to feel like a forever home, they need it to feel open concept like we keep showing, but they also want it to have the amount of rooms they need to have privacy within their home. And one of those rooms that they need is a second bedroom downstairs for parents, possibly staying with them from time to time, more than just for a weekend, maybe for weeks, maybe for months. And it's nice for them to have their own space and have their own in-suite bathroom that does have a walk-in shower. And that's exactly what you see here. And that's why I think these homes are so marketable, because it has so many of the different rooms that people want while still feeling open concept. Another one that I want to touch base on was that study in the back of the home. I am starting to see more plans with builders have that study in the back of the home. I've actually had quite a few buyers close this year that have their study in the back, and I even have 2 that have a study under contract, one that has a view off their backyard that looks out for about 10 miles. And I can't wait for people to experience studies like that have these views and that back up to green belts. And I think as builders get smarter in terms of how they build their plans in Austin, they're starting to realize if you work from home and you back up to a greenbelt, and maybe you're paying a premium for that view or backing up to a greenbelt compared to backing up to neighbors, then it's nice to have a room that you're going to be in for so many hours a day, several hours a day, have it on the back of the home, backing up to that privacy, that beauty. And I think so many buyers love that for their home right now, and I think that's going to be so marketable in the future, especially because most builders put studies at the front of the home compared to the back. And the back of the home with a view like this is great. Also, the windows are something I'm going to keep going back to. They had big windows in that downstairs spare bedroom. They also have the very large window here right above the front door. You saw that chandelier, and this is going to be the second floor. Now, we will cover this bedroom that's at the front, and then I'm gonna show you the game room, media room, and then I can't wait for you to see that balcony like I keep talking about, but we're almost there. What I want to show you here is the privacy that's also here on the second floor. So I like when you get to the top of the stairwell, we do have a couple of bedrooms. We have, both of them have walk-in closets, and then both of them have in-suite full bathrooms. Now, while we go through these 2 bedrooms and bathrooms, I wanted to talk briefly about the market. I think if you're watching this in late 2023 or 2024, the question that I'm getting asked the most is this the right time to buy? Where do I see the market going? And what I always explain to people that are just reaching out to me for the first time, it is a good question to ask. And I know most people in the industry will always tell you that it's the best time to buy. Every single time is the best time to buy. And we know 2 things. So first off, and that's not always true. Sometimes there's a ton of supply coming to an area and demand is softening in that area because of interest rates being high, and that's not really a good time to buy in that area. And a good example of that in the Austin metro is there's a couple suburbs that had 3 to 4 communities, but they were just starting to get built out. They only had 2 elementary schools, 1 middle school, 1 high school, so it wasn't a huge suburb, not a big school district. And now they're going from 4 communities a year ago to 13 different communities. Do you understand the amount of supply? I mean, that's over a 3x supply, because some of these communities have big phases. And in that area, there's a lot of starter homes, and your starter home buyer right now, they just can't increase their budget by 100 or 200,000. Not like some of the $1 million buyers, to be frank. Some of those $1 million buyers, they're very elastic with their price point. They come in with budgets around $1 million, and then they end up contracting at 1.2 or 1.3. They can get away with that, right? Your starter home buyer or median home price buyer that's closer to that $400,000, $500,000 range maybe does not have the elasticity of pricing where they can't just go to 600 or 700,000 for their budget. And those are the types of areas where there's a huge increase in supply that's just happening now, and demand is softening. Those are the areas that I would definitely stay away from. There are other areas that the market is doing very well. There's a lot of forever home product. Not many people are selling their forever homes. I think the statistic recently is 67% of mortgages are under 3.5%. So if you have a forever home at 3.5% interest or lower, why are you selling, right? You have a reason to just stay in your home, right? And I think for those types of communities, the market's doing really well, and I have so many examples of that. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, what are the areas that are bad that I should be staying away from right now in this market? That's the type of information I need to give on a one-on-one level, simply because it depends on your price point, depends on what areas you're interested in, and what we can compare it to. So if you want that customized approach for you, reach out to me. My number's in the description of this video at the bottom. Also, at the top of the description is a website that has more homes for sale like this. So stick with me on this home. I'm about to show you the views in a second, but if you want to see more homes for sale by the end of this video, click on that link at the top of the description of this video. Now, this is what I was telling you earlier. I love the amount of windows that are here. You see that here in the game room, loft area. We also see it down in the living room too. And this is what I meant earlier. I know there's no staging here, but right there, there's a floor outlet. It's probably right where you would put your couch. And just imagine sitting on that couch and the views off your left shoulder. And just imagine being up here, just in your game room, having a view off your second floor right through these beautiful windows. And this is why I love that combination of amazing views with incredible plans built by premium builders like Drees Custom Homes. And I've toured this home, like I mentioned earlier, a couple times with buyers, and it just gives you that wow factor. I think for so many people, they think that wow factor is definitely in the millions or 2 million plus. Here in Austin, if you, depending on where you want to live, it's possible in neighborhoods like this under $1 million. Neighborhoods like this that have incredible amenities, that have hike and bike trails throughout the community, rolling hills, proximity to Colorado River where you can get on a boat or a jet ski and have fun on the lake or in the Colorado River. It's just an incredible lifestyle. And I love that combination of great views, great home, great lifestyle. It just checks so many boxes for people. Now, this is going to be the media room. That's why they kept it carpeted, so you don't have much of an echo in here if you turn this into like a home theater. Or I even had a buyer that plays video games a lot, and they said they love having the idea of a media room where they can play video games with friends. And I've had so many buyers turn their media room into a theater experience. I've also had so many buyers buy plans that have second floor balconies, and this is the reason why. We talked about decompressing earlier, having a space where you can just relax after a long work day or a long work week. Just imagine going up to a second floor balcony like this, and this is your view. I have to tell you, this is unbelievable when you're out here in person. I don't know if you can tell, but between the two hills all the way in the back there is the Colorado River, and this community of the Hollows just continues to get built out all the way down to even riverfront properties, and those properties can be $2 to $6 million in some cases. So there's a big community where there's lots of inventory, lots of options, and there is nothing but hills along the western corridor of Austin. So if you love these types of views, definitely reach out to me. If you're thinking that this view is great on a video format, wait till you experience it in person. Now, I did want to hear from you in the comments. What did you think about this view, and what did you think about this floor plan by Drees Custom Homes? Now, also, if you want to see homes that are coming up for sale that are off market currently, I get a lot of taps on my shoulder from builders or a text message in the morning about contracts that are about to break. And when I hear that news, I take a video right away for a lot of my out-of-state clients. I do post some of those videos on my website, which is at the top of the description of this video. So feel free to click on that if you want to see homes that are coming up for sale. And then if you want to see another walkthrough that's a model home tour with Drees Custom Homes, it has around 300,000 views. So it's one of their best model homes. It has a big backyard backing up to greenery. Click on the thumbnail on the left side of your screen. And then if you want to see another home for sale by Drees, click on the thumbnail on the right side of your screen. As always, I hope this helps. Take care, everyone.